Hey guys, welcome back to the course. In this lecture, we will be talking about TextFSM, which is all about taking unstructured raw text data and turning it into a structured, organized format. It is most commonly used in the context of network devices, which usually spit out their output in a plain, unstructured text format. In order to do this data format conversion, TextFSM makes use of something called templates. A template basically describes how to locate and extract relevant information from the raw text. So the first step in this workflow would be to define the template and then apply it to the raw text. Keeping in line with the beginner-friendly nature of this course, I have deliberately used simple examples to explain the benefits of TextFSM templates. Let's now understand this with the help of an example. Here, we will be focusing on two entities. One will be the actual template file where we define patterns to match specific text. The second will be a regular Python file where the template is called and used to parse unstructured raw text, thereby capturing the desired information. Let's look at the Python file first. We first need to make sure that the TextFSM library is installed properly. You can do that by going to the terminal and issuing command pip install TextFSM, just like you do for any other standard Python library. In this case, the library is already installed. That's why we are getting this message that the requirement is already satisfied. We start off by importing the library into the program, followed by declaring a variable and initializing it with some text. In this case, the sample text is this simple statement, "Hello, how are you?" We then open the template file and store its contents in a variable called template. This variable is then used as an argument to the TextFSM method of the TextFSM library. The outcome of this statement is stored in a variable called output. Then we have the parseText method, which is used to parse the raw text from the variable using the template we activated earlier. Finally, we print the parsed result. Now, before we run the program and see its output, let's review the actual template file. Every TextFSM template file has to follow a certain syntax. We start off with a keyword, value, followed by the variable called name, which will absorb the output. We then specify a regex pattern that is supposed to match a snippet from within the raw text. The regex pattern mentioned here starts with a dot, which means one digit or letter in the regex world. It is then followed by star, which means one or more occurrence of the digit or the letter. It finally ends with two exclamation points, which are not regex patterns but raw text. These two exclamation points are basically acting as differentiators to provide some uniqueness in the text. Let's copy the raw text here and look at it side by side. Based on how we have designed the template, it should match the word hello because the regex pattern written here is simply matching one or more occurrence of any digit or letter which ends with two exclamation points. And this text only has one word that follows this pattern, and that word is hello. The template then reaches a state called start. That's where the actual recording of the text will happen. Here we are simply calling the variable we declared earlier and storing its value using the record step. Now let's go back to the code and run it and see if it is actually true. As you can see, it successfully captured the desired snippet from the given text input. In the next lecture, we will look at one more example of how TextFSM templates can prove to be extremely beneficial while working with CLI outputs of network devices. So with that, I thank you for joining me in this journey, and I hope you find the rest of the course useful as well.